It's been almost 2 weeks, maybe more, since we got the Datsun. Today is the first day that we got the engine running and transmission working. So it drove itself out of the garage for the first time. Engine is misfiring. Something is wrong, I think, with the fueling, and I think it might be a plug fuel pump. We'll get to it. So far, still a lot of rust to fix, but probably a third of the way through the process. The rust behind the coilover has been repaired. Under the battery, camera doesn't help, but right under the battery tray. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the battery. You cannot see it, but that has been repaired too. Right here on the floorboard, a little lower. That's where you can see the new floor that was welded from the inside, so you can still see the edge of the old metal when I cut it. And then that's the panel above the unibody member. This corner also had to be redone. Don't mind the ugly welds, and it's pretty strong now. Inside the floor, we patched that right on the bottom of the tunnel for the transmission. It was all rusted, and you can see through it. Same thing here, you can see the old picture where you can literally see through the hole. This video doesn't make justice, but this panel kind of has different undulations, so you have to hammer it a lot to deform it in the shape that you want. You can see the weld where I joined it to the cross member at the bottom, the unibody reinforcement, and a little bit higher you can see the patch that comes from the battery tray area. It was all corroded. What else did we patch here? Oh, this little cross member here was welded all the way through, so we added extra plates, a little bit thicker. That's why you can see it's bulky, but I wanted this area to be strong, so I think this is 14 or 18 gauge, I don't remember. But it's not pretty. I didn't care because it goes under the seat, but it's beefy. And then right here below, this is the corner that was all rusted, and I had to cut the other side here of the fender well. I mean, this is not the fender well, the rear quarter panel. You cannot see it anymore, but there's a lot of metal that had to go in behind this to kind of give it the structural integrity that it needs before I can just put the skin. Obviously I am not good at metal working, so welds are ugly and it's not quite in the right shape. This is slightly curved, this one is almost flat, so I'm gonna have to probably fill it up with Bondo eventually. On the whole rocker, I had to add about 1.5 inches or 2 of metal all along, and join it from the beginning to the end with a few areas that needed extra metal, so I just put a little strips here and there. On the back, this is the corner, not a corner, but the curve of the fender. Super hard to weld a piece here because obviously there's a lot of angles and how do I say this, curves that the body has. So the body itself is kind of round in this manner, so it's really hard to make a flat piece fit into that roundness. Also follow the contour of this lip, and at the same time give it an extra lip too, because this is a thick lip, and if you grab from the back, it's pretty thick. Like, this is very chunky, unlike the other Datsun that I have, the 280CX, where it's super thin. This one is thick, and so it was difficult to make that piece. Definitely not square. I don't know if you can see it against the sun, but I'm gonna have to fill it up with some Bondo, because as you're welding and you hammer it, you're trying to give it the shape that it needs, but at the same time where I'm hammering it, I'm also deforming slightly the other area that I'm welding it to. So we'll see what I do with that. Here in the back, I put a new piece of metal to try to give it the shape that it used to have before. The spare wheel hole used to collect water that come in from the window, and
it rusted through pretty bad. There's still some pitted areas, but I thought I could just patch them in another time. I just wanted to put something for now so stuff wouldn't go through. Got another piece here that fill it in right close to the neck of the cover for the fuel pump. That one came out pretty clean actually, and I think that's all the repair that has been done so far. You can see that only one side is being repaired, the other one still needs a lot of work. Currently procrastinating, so I haven't been motivated to tackle this yet. I've been cleaning a little bit here, trying to discover how bad the rust has been. Just using the hammer, trying to break through the weak metal to actually, like I said, discover how much it's bad. Because sometimes it looks like there's good metal, but as soon as you hit it, the rust coming from behind makes it crumble like wet paper. This rear quarter is so damaged that I might just buy the pieces that the stamp pieces that you can just weld into place, because I thought I could fix this one, but it's starting to get out of my league. Probably same for this one. These curves are so hard to make that I might just give up and buy a piece. They're not too expensive. I think they're probably 65 or 70 bucks. I think I can tackle the rocker just like I did on the other side, and maybe this quarter panel on the front fender, I might be able to tackle it myself. What else has been done? I think that's it. The engine, still trying to figure out why it is misfiring. I got it running maybe 4 days ago or so, but I just let it idle, and back then I gave it gas a few times and it actually worked. When I say it worked, the RPMs went up and down as expected, and it was behaving normal. And now a couple days later, try to run it again. Now that I finally got the new master clutch cylinder and I could go through the gears, I wanted to drive it just to see how bad it was, and it's just misfiring so bad. I'm still not sure what it is. I'll get to it at one point. Transmission is working. I changed the oil. There was I don't know if some water got in there or humidity, but there was I wish I could show you. I need to leave the car. There was emulsification, so the oil looked like milk at the top. When I drained it, I noticed that 99% of the oil was clear. It was just the top layer that was emulsified with that milky look. But anyway, I changed the whole drained the whole oil and put some new one, and I was hoping to drive it today. Brakes are actually all working. As I drove it out of the garage, I was able to brake that wheel that used to be seized, and now it's good. I just changed the little piston that I showed you guys in a prior video, and in the front the pistons were seized, but pushing them close on the vise actually broke them loose just enough for them to work. I don't know if they're getting stuck right now, because like I said, I haven't driven it much, but I'll find out soon. Next steps will be to work on this. I need help to remove the hood. I cannot do it myself. I need somebody to help me out, so I'm still waiting for some help to come, and once I get that out, I'll start working on this piece, because there's two layers of metal. There's one from the inside, and then there's this stamp piece that gives it that rigidity that it needs. So I'm gonna rebuild both sides, but I need the hinge to be out so I can tackle that. Oh, there was also a big hole here on this side. You can see it under the lip. Really hard to weld in here. That's where the welds look like crap. Super uncomfortable. But the hole used to go through all the way here, and then you can see a little piece that I welded it to, and something there that looks like a mess. Don't pay attention. So yeah, once I get the hood off and I get help to remove it, I'll patch that area, and then I'll put the front fender back into place. I think that's all I got for you guys on this video. I'll hopefully the next video that I shoot, I'll have that floor patched and a clean body out of free of rust. We'll see, and also a fully engine running. I hope that I can figure that out today. Let me do a walk around the car so you can see how it's looking. Oh, this side looks horrible. It's gonna need a lot of love. There we go. Wish me luck.